The place is known as paradise of earth. It is famous for its walnuts, it is famous for its pulao, it is famous for its beautiful weather and food delicacies. Yes, we are talking about Jammu and Kashmir. Hello and welcome to the In News series of Drishti IAS. I am Ritu and today's session is about Jammu and Kashmir election and why it is important to have a discussion on Jammu and Kashmir election, because Jammu and Kashmir election is happening after a decade, which is after 10 years, and it's very important that what changes has been introduced into this election, and this session is important for your GA's 2 perspective. Moving towards the points of discussion part. So first of all, we are going to discuss the news, then we are going to discuss why this election is important, then we are going to discuss the J&K Assembly, after that we are going to discuss powers of LG, and then we are going to discuss practice question for prelims. Before that, you have to like, share and subscribe to the Drishti IAS channel. Moving towards the news part. So today is the 18th of September and on this day, Jammu and Kashmir is witnessing its first phase of election after a decade. So that's why this news has become a significant, because right now Jammu and Kashmir is witnessing election as a union territory. Earlier it used to witness an election as a state. So that's why there are so many changes introduced. So we are going to cover up all those changes, and we have to remember this thing that Jammu and Kashmir has 90 total seats. So this is the news. So here are the parties: National Conference, People's Democratic Party, Congress, BJP, Bharatiya Janata Party and Awami Ittehad Party. So these are the main parties who are contesting election this time. So coming to the next one is about the J&K Assembly. So as you already know that earlier Jammu and Kashmir was a state, but right now it has become a union territory. So it's very important to discuss what are the new changes brought to this time and what are the changes we had in the governor, because this time Jammu and Kashmir does not have governor. It has a lieutenant governor, LG, just like other union territory, just like Delhi, it has LG. So Jammu and Kashmir Reorganization Act 2019 created 2 union territories. The first is Jammu and Kashmir and the second is Ladakh. And Jammu and Kashmir has assembly, whereas Ladakh has no assembly till now. So this is the thing. And if we'll discuss about the past and history of the Jammu and Kashmir, so as per the 1947 Instrument of Accession, Jammu and Kashmir had acceded to India in respect of only defense, foreign affairs and communication. And after that we have this Article 370 in Jammu and Kashmir, in which Parliament has limited powers in the state. So this article has been abrogated in 2019, and after this abrogation we can see this election. So this is the thing. Now we'll come to the powers of Jammu and Kashmir and LG. So here I have told you that Jammu and Kashmir is contesting election as a union territory, not as a state. So what are the powers we have in terms of the lieutenant governor? So 2019 Act also specifies the powers of J&K LG, and section 53 deals with that. So here are the 3 significant parts of the LG. The first part is that which falls outside the purview of the powers conferred to the Legislative Assembly. So we have few powers for the Legislative Assembly, that they can make laws related to the state, but they cannot make laws onto the concurrent list which has been inserted in 7th schedule of the Indian Constitution. So which falls outside of the Legislative Assembly, the lieutenant has power onto that, and if he or she is required by any under law, under his discretion. So the LG has few discretionary power, so he can make laws and he can exercise his discretionary power, whether it's judicial or not. So he can exercise his judicial powers also, and he has or she has power on All India Services and Anti-Corruption Bureau, and along with the public and police, they have this power on All India Services and Anti-Corruption Bureau. You should remember that in Delhi what we have seen that there was a constant tussle related to the All India services, and this matter has been reached to the court also. But there they had written that these kind of powers lies with the lieutenant governors. So here comes that why this election is significant. So first thing is that it is happening after 10 years, and the second thing is that it is the first election after the abrogation of Article 370, which has given the special status to the Jammu and Kashmir, and first polls after delimitation. So in 2022, there was a delimitation in Jammu and Kashmir. So in that delimitation exercise, the seats were increased for Jammu and Kashmir. So the seats became like this, 43 and 47 for Jammu and Kashmir, and it is also a road to statehood, because this election, the statehood is an important topic of discussion and important demands of the people, and it has been written in various manifestos. The Congress is saying that they are going to reassert the statehood of Jammu and Kashmir. In fact, BJP is also saying, the PDP is saying, the NC is saying. On the other hand, the separatists are also taking part into this kind of the election. This time they are not boycotting the election, they are taking part into this election, and this election has sent a clear message that the India's hold over Jammu and Kashmir. So this is also one of the clear messages to the people that India has this hold over the Jammu and Kashmir. And though people have this kind of dissatisfaction because they had lost their statehood, and also they had limited powers, they do not have, the Legislative Assembly do not have power on public orders, police, in corruption thing, in all India services. So they had few limited powers. When they have this state, they can have this power onto the concurrent list, they can make laws onto the concurrent list, onto this situation that laws should not collide with the interest of the central government. But these kind of powers have been not given to the union territories. So in this case, it has a limited power. But this time, the people of Jammu and Kashmir are asking for the statehood, and we'll see that who will win into this election and who will keep the promises of the people of Jammu and Kashmir. And what changes we have seen that this Lok Sabha election, Jammu and Kashmir has witnessed the highest voter turnout, and it was around 60%. So this gives a very clear message to the people that now Jammu and Kashmir people wants election. They are believing in electoral politics, and they are also participating in democratic country, and their democratic rights, their fundamental rights, their legal rights, they are exercising all these things. So it would be interesting to know the results of Jammu and Kashmir. And this election gives a very significant message to the people that India had retained its values in democratic politics and electoral politics. Coming to the question part, the question is, under the 1947 Instrument of Accession, Jammu and Kashmir had acceded to India in respect of which of the following subjects? Defense, foreign affairs, communication, public order. 1, 2 and 4, 1, 2 and 3, 2, 3 and 4, 1, 3 and 4. So you have to answer this into the comment section. I hope you like this session. If you have any queries related to this session, kindly ask in the comment section, and do prepare this topic for your mains examination, that how electoral politics is needed for democratic country. So this is the mains practice question for you. Kindly practice it. Thank you and have a nice day.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.